Barstool Sports, one brain cell. Everybody knows the rules.
All right.
And we're black.
And
For this episode, picture us.
and we're doing audio blackface.
Yeah.
It's not fun now.
And are we live?
Live
We're live.
from a couch and a stylish shirt.
You're not wearing a shirt.
You are.
I'm hawking up all the shirt.
You're wearing the house shirt.
I'm wearing. I got a shirt so good, motherfuckers be taking off their tops.
I'll just go. Fuck it.
Shirt so good, the boys be pulling out nips.
I'll go with raw. I can't compete.
I'm like a braggadocious rapper, but it's just like about really. It always involves a bunch of guys around. And they're taking off their shirts.
Car so cool, they asked me for a ride.
Car so cool, I got a trunk full of fellas.
They be kissing my neck.
Yeah.
Begging for a ride.
No, it's not gay. It's just like weird. Pants so cool, everyone asks for my tailor. They want his number. And then they want to get his pants from it.
They want to get their pants fitted up. They got a wedding coming up.
Yeah. Oh, I would hate that if people were like, hey, where'd you get your pants?
I would hate that too.
I just saw when we were trying to get the mics to work.
Hey, I got there.
When you were trying to, Facebook reset. Someone.
Facebook reset. Find all your friends again.
That'd be funny if there's a big button. You push it and everyone's going to restart. What are my political views?
I don't know.
What did
anymore.
I have it at on there before?
I think I had it as...
Pastafarian.
Well, that's ridiculous.
No,
I guess I'll go with Republican.
No, someone I know posted this 3 hours ago. So there's this it's always good when you misread the second word. It's a paragraph and you're reading it both publicly and to be recorded for history. You fuck up the second. I nailed so. I nailed the first word.
Can't spell ABC.
Yeah, I fucked up so quick. Oh, my phone's upside down. It was OS, and that's the end of it. So there's this model I follow. What
a loser.
No, why are you laughing?
He follows a model.
No, this is a lady who is a model.
Oh.
They also do this. So there's this model I follow. Been following her since I started. It's like, why are you writing like that? Looked up to her for the past few years now. So it's like, obviously this is going bad.
Yeah.
No one's like looked up for the past few years now. Still do.
Finally, we got coffee together.
Still do.
End of story.
Great.
OS.
OS. Official story. We have very similar body types. There's all these unnecessary commas, and then she goes, we have very similar body types. She's on a health journey herself and has been very successful. No comma. But she keeps doing, so there's this model I follow, comma. Been following her since
there
I
were a
started.
lot. I could tell from your tone there were a lot of commas.
Yeah, and then she actually needs one, and she's like, no, I use those for
Run
vibe.
on.
I use commas for pregnant pauses.
I use commas for emphasis.
Yeah.
Which is actually not at all their intended purpose.
I got in trouble for writing like that when I was in grade school.
Yeah.
I thought essentially that commas were every time you like pause for effect. So I'd be like, I would write like this lady. I'd be like, I would have put more. I would put so, comma. There's this model I follow, comma. Been following her, ... since I started. Period.
Like a... You wrote like a teenage girl's diary in a movie.
I know. And then a teacher was like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on?
Teachers just used to get mad at me because my writing would get all slanty.
Yeah.
Like, I would start, like, it would be good there, and then I would move over a little bit, and then I would move
Oh,
and then
yeah,
it would
yeah.
just turn into, like, there's, like, 3 words.
Yeah, it's like a try. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And they were like, all right, so we're going to teach you what lines are.
Yeah. We're going to teach you how to fucking space shit. You idiot.
That and the fact that they put me in speech class because I lost my 2 front teeth were the 2 things where I'm like, this isn't a class.
Yeah.
This does not count as education.
How many kids got put in
I
like...
think I should be getting a tax credit for this. I don't know how that works yet, but
I mean, it worked. You know how to talk.
it's true. And I can write.
Yeah.
Although I still do kind of do that
you
sometimes.
do it in the triangle.
Not as bad.
That's bad.
It worked a little.
Why
bit.
is it bad?
It's true.
I bet if you go to the Rock and Roll of Fame,
good for-
Jim Morrison's lyrics are written in a weird triangle.
It's good for big paper.
Big paper. No, because then you can flip the paper, and then boom.
I flipped the paper off.
No, you flip the paper upside down, then
I'm mad
you
at
can
it.
use it again, reverse.
That's true. Smart thing.
I recommend using 2 different colored pens.
Get a clicky pen.
Yeah, get
with
a
4 different
get a
colors.
4-color clicky pen. People still use those, right?
Yeah, I think red and green.
You're at
would
a
look
board
cool.
meeting. Warren Buffett eats McDonald's every day, and he only writes with a 4-colored clicky pen. He's had since 1962. He has people refill the ink.
He doesn't know they refill it though. He thinks it's magic.
He thinks it's just good. He's like, they don't make pens like this anymore. He just keeps saying that. It's insulting.
Meanwhile, Cheryl or Sandy or
Everyone in Omaha hates him.
he brags about
He brags about his pens.
That's the only reason.
He goes into banks and he just sits there all day. And they're like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. Like, you need water? You need to see somebody? He's like, nope. And then
Chilling.
he just waits for somebody to go, this pen on this string's out of ink.
Oh, you need a pen?
Oh, I never had that problem.
I've never had that problem. I've had this pen since 62.
Yeah, and because of that, he's
And they're like years old? What do you mean? What?
no, but because of that, he's been able to keep all of his money.
Get laid.
He's able to get laid.
Warren Buffett is constantly getting pussy at the bank.
Yeah, women are like, "How'd you write green?"
Ooh.
He's like, "I want to see a magic trick. I'll change the color of this fucking pen."
It's purple.
It's perfect. How did you do it once? And then he has to like unscrew the top and like push them both back in. He's like, I jammed it, but I know what I'm doing.
I know how to unjam it.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
No, that's why Warren Buffett, he's been able to keep all his money because all the other rich people.
All he fucking does is eat McDonald's and go to work.
All he does is eat McDonald's and then
All Warren Buffett knows is eat McDonald's, work,
have
and
pen.
and have pen.
Warren Buffett only know live Omaha, eat McDonald's, have pen. Work. I would love to know what that guy thinks about Warren Buffett.
What, that guy? The guy who wrote that twit?
Yeah, the guy who wrote the initial women only know how to eat hot chip and lie and whatever. I would love that. You know what? It's a shame that guy didn't come around when they were giving people Twitter threads, TV shows. Like when it's like shit my dad says on ABC. They
forgot about
They
that.
should have had like guy who fucking
Hot chip and lie.
hot chip and lie guy. It's him doing a weekend. It's like the soup.
Yeah.
It's him doing talk soup.
It's Dak Shepard.
Yeah. They just
talking about women.
It's a guy going, what do you think about tables? And he's like, tables only know how old stuff wrestler go through. The audience is cheering.
Hell yeah. No, there should be, I'm sure there probably is a podcast, but there should be, if there isn't, There should be like a podcast where they just talk to people who had one famous tweet.
Yeah.
And then then they just have to like go about their lives and like that's their only achievement in life. And that's the only achievement they will ever have.
Most Americans. It's so funny to me when I see people be like, I've had like 6 tweets go viral.
I know. People really say that.
People say shit like that. It's wild. And it's like, well, the fact that you've had multiple proves that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Something would have happened to you by now.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be opening for me if that mattered.
Yeah. That's the thing with virality that's really weird is people confuse that with like a career.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, because
you have a job. Still.
Yeah, viral. That is very different.
How much did you make
like
on your
if
last
you were
serving shift?
If you had, if you've had 5 viral tweets, what that means that's not what
you had 5 opportunities for fame that you failed to capitalize on.
That's exactly what I was gonna say in those exact words, which is creepy. No, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like, I mean, like it shouldn't be. Famous people don't say I've had 3,800 viral tweets. They go, I got famous and I have a following.
Also, actors don't usually go, you know what? I've had a dozen auditions since I got here.
This movie's going viral. Yeah, no, exactly. That'd be so funny. It's just an actor posting like, big audition coming up. Everybody pray for me. It's like, all right, Ben Affleck.
You know people say that shit, though.
What?
You know people say that shit, though.
No, but I mean, like, people do it on, like, Facebook and shit who are all not successful.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny to see a successful person say that. Like...
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Julianne Moore just sends out like an email. It's like, everybody, I need your support. Yeah. Pray for me. I've got a big audition coming up.
Meryl Streep's like, I don't know if I'm going to get the part. There's a lot of people in the running.
I've been hustling at these auditions. Feeling good. Feeling like something's coming up. Photo of a sunrise.
Guys, I got a call back.
Yeah. You know, I met a guy like that, and I was like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Yeah. And then he was in Stranger Things, and then he's in a bunch of other stuff.
Oh.
So I'm always like, more proof that I'm wrong.
Is he the cute guy that everybody...
He's the guy without the teeth, yeah.
Without the teeth?
He's the boy without the teeth. No, he's just like, he's like a featured, like a one-line extra guy, but a notable one-line guy.
What does he say?
I didn't watch the show.
These are Stranger Things.
He goes, we gotta kill these fucking kids. I think he's the guy who tries to turn the whole town against him.
Oh.
So people are like, hell yeah.
Kill those kids.
Kill those kids. I didn't watch the show, I don't know. But it's so funny because he'll post that, but then you're like, oh, it's working. He's like, I'm so excited. He's like, the writer's strike is happening and I can't tell anybody about my upcoming movies. But I wish I could, folks. It's an exciting time.
It's a great bluff.
It probably isn't stuff.
Because then if it doesn't work out, you can just be like, the writer's strike really hit.
That's what I've been doing.
Hard.
I'm actually in some stuff right now. It sucks. People are always like, when's Dan going to blow up? And I was like, well, I'm in Wonka. I play one of the kids' parents who doesn't make it to the end. I'm in it. You don't hear me talking about it. I mean, I just did, but I'm going to delete this.
I'm editing this part out. And we're back.
Yeah, clap. You know, they used to do that in movies. They go clap. They were syncing the sound and the audio. Never mind.
Yeah, I know what it was, first of all.
Oh.
And they didn't say clap. That's what a clapboard is.
Wasn't a guy going clap?
Shut the fuck
I mean, I know it wasn't the guy doing it, but I thought it was like a post. Put it in post. Hey, how about this for a joke? We were filming this movie about a guy who works in a cereal factory, and Kellogg's won't let us use their facility anymore. We'll do it in post.
We'll do it in post.
What do you mean, like a green screen?
We're going to try and remake 8 Mile, but Eminem's not available. We'll do it in post.
We'll do it with post.
We'll do it in post.
We'll do it inside of post.
Do it inside post.
We'll do it with post.
I'm filming a weird gay porn.
Yeah, in post. Post Malone, man. You and him are kind of in a race to who can look
Die
worse.
first.
Who can look worse.
We both have fucked our face up. It's funny because
You two should like go to doctors in tandem.
just hold hands.
Yeah, like as if there's like as if it's like a weigh-in. like your two UFC fighters getting the stats.
Instead of like
Current BAC.
instead of them being like it's just a contest to see who can look the most decrepit. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I already got a wheelchair, bitch.
That's true. You don't think Post Malone has a wheelchair?
You can afford one.
That is funny because it's like every dumbass kid, proof by the fact that I had a wheelchair, and then years later you have a wheelchair. But every like dumbass in their early 20s, like I'm gonna get a wheelchair.
Well, I didn't. It wasn't a goal I had. I just stumbled upon it.
But imagine, no, but you don't. Neither was it for me. It's not like you go out on
said, I'm gonna go get a wheelchair.
No, we just found one at a Goodwill. And I was like, okay, well, this is a buy.
Yeah, of course.
This is a buy.
Mine was free, bitch. I was frugal and stupid.
Yeah, it's like imagine if you're like Post Malone and you're someone who's famous for being an idiot.
Yeah.
That guy probably has a garage full of wheelchairs.
He's got a stable he bought, and then he realized he's allergic to horses.
He's got a fleet of like rascal suitors who stole from closed Kmarts. He's got like, you know what I mean? He's loaded up.
He's got his own cart alley.
Yeah,
he
got a bunch of-
stole the whole thing.
He's got a yeah.
He stole the receptacle and all.
He did an unaired gag with Eric Andre where they made a giant quarter and then they stole an entire rack of carts from Aldi's and left the giant quarter. You know, you never see Aldi's in media.
Well, they have a
Have you-
strict.
No, think about it. Have you ever seen Aldi's featured in or mentioned in any media ever?
No, I have not,
Yeah.
and that's good.
What if you can't?
They need to stay.
What
they
if
need
they're
to,
really litigious?
They need to stay my little secret.
No, that is wild because everybody knows Aldi.
I was there not that long ago.
Oh, I bet.
I bought some knockoff manwich, some ground beef.
Huh. You're not really selling Aldi's being it's
What?
good.
I mean, it was delicious, sloppy joes.
You bought knockoff manwich and ground beef and then you mixed it?
That's how you make sloppy joes.
I don't make sloppy joes.
What? Well, yeah, I guess you can.
No, I don't make them. It's never been a thing where
You
I'm
didn't
like,
have sloppy
"Ooh."
joes growing up?
Yeah, I had them as a kid, but I don't know how they were made.
You just cook ground beef.
Mom
and
would
then
go
you-
out of the kitchen and then bop me in the tush with a spoon.
beat me with her shoe.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you just cook ground beef and then put the manwich on top.
What is the manwich?
It's just a thing that comes in a can. It's like sauce.
It's so there's no ground beef in the manwich?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was overthinking it.
Yeah, you were.
I thought
Drastically.
you know how when you make soup in a can, you like mix it with water sometimes? Like half a can of water, half a can of soup?
I've never done that before in my life, but sure.
You didn't know that?
No. I've always just poured soup into a pan.
Campbell's chicken noodle soup tells you to do that.
Well, I don't eat their chicken noodle soup. I eat Campbell's Chunky.
I forget that's Campbell's.
You just think it's called Chunky?
I think it's called Chunky.
Chunky soup.
Chunky soup tells you to take out the water.
It says, don't drink any water today. It's better if you're thirsty for this.
Yeah.
Soup is water. You slurp, don't you?
Soup is water.
You drink it. It's
Yep.
like, no, I chew it first. This is chicken and dumpling.
I like to put, when I go hiking, I put a bunch of cold soup in a Camelback. And just go.
Well, I knew a guy. He worked a job at like a factory for a while.
Yeah, he had a bottle of broth in his back
And he
pocket.
No, he would because he would work for
Take a little nip of chicken noodle.
He'd work for like 6 hours.
You take a pull from a little flask at work and you go, tortilla.
Italian wedding.
Hot. I got some of that spice in the throat.
And then before he
It's a guy just drinking out of a flask. He spits it out. He goes, I thought that was my soup flask. I thought you were offering me soup. I thought you had a tiny flat thermos.
It's not.
I don't drink booze. I thought you had a tiny flat metal
I'm
thermos.
a soup man. But yeah, so he would when he went into work, he would put a can of some sort of Campbell's soup on like his
On the radiator.
Not on the radiator, like just inside his car, like whatever that. What's the area called?
The dashboard?
Like, yeah, dashboard.
You couldn't think of the word dashboard.
Hey, I haven't driven a car in like a month.
All right. Touche.
You start forgetting ask me what the things that go round are. I don't know.
The earth.
That would probably be my answer.
Yeah.
So he would do that, and then he would go on break, and he would crack it open and just eat it with a spoon
Yeah.
like a homeless person because it got so hot.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what he did in the winter.
The heat of the sun. Because sure, the car's cold, but the sun is hot.
The sun is sexy.
That is a smart way to have a can of soup.
It's the best way.
Yeah.
That's the only way I cook my soup. I got one boiling on the...
Do you?
Hey, the car don't work, but the fucking sun does.
It is true. It is funny because in the Boy Scouts, they'd be like...
It would suck if he got to work and he was like, shit, all the spots are in the shade.
oh, no. No, I bet what first happened was he just put a can for like
He
months.
forgot about it.
No, for months he was just putting a can like on top of his car or just like on the sidewalk. And he's like, and people are like, yeah, Rick leaves his soup out there and then he eats it, heats up. And be like, that's wild. He just leaves it on the sidewalk, huh? And one day he comes out and the soup is stolen.
Soup is gone.
By either squirrel.
No soup for you.
Yeah, a squirrel or squirrely man. You know what I mean?
I think a squirrel could steal a whole can of soup.
Yeah,
Easily.
but he comes out and then he's like, fuck, I gotta. Maybe the boss will let me put some sort of glass box
Gotta
on
up my
premise.
security system.
And then the boss was like, what the fuck?
What about soup? What?
Just put it in your car.
Go lay brake line, motherfucker. What are you doing? The fuck are you talking to me about soup for?
Why is this? Just put it in your dashboard.
Dashboard. Thanks, fella.
Americans can't even afford heat. So we're using the dashboard for soup. No, that guy's smart.
The good thing about global warming.
I'm surprised
is-
that guy never just learned how to, like, get some foil.
What are you talking about? Get some foil.
Get some foil to collect the sun and the heat. I'm sure there's, like, a more efficient way. Because I doubt...
Well, he has like his whole. Because it was like 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, but I
he's
doubt-
got 6 hours to let it heat up. I think that's long enough.
I don't know. I don't think that is enough. I think 6 hours...
In the boiling summer Tennessee heat.
Oh, Tennessee heat. Well, there, you didn't say Tennessee.
Ah, well, hold on. Let me do the conversion rate.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of getting jealous because I was down I was down south in the heat, down the bayou, and I was in the heat, and it's like, fuck. I should have gotten some cans of soup, tossed them up. That would have been a nice, that would have been a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like hot soup on a hot...
I mean,
And to be honest, it will be room temp soup.
that's what I'm saying. Because you're like, well, it heats up, and it doesn't get exponentially hotter.
I think it does.
I don't know how heat
Based
works.
on nothing.
Yeah, I don't think either of us know enough about heat.
Well, heat is the...
Was you ever worried he'd get into his car and then because the soup would be so hot, the rest of his car would be really cold somehow?
Sucked up all
Like a
the
magnet.
Damn it. Well, then that would just make better soup eating.
Yeah, it would be good.
You'd be chilly.
They should make restaurants like that. Oh my God, that's actually a really good
A
idea.
soup restaurant where they always have the AC way
Yeah,
down.
it's like winter, the restaurant. It's always cold and we serve like hearty foods.
Yeah. And then
Big roaring fire.
And then in the summer,
People going outside for their smoke breaks in August just melt in fucking parkas and wool sweaters.
and then in the summer,
Everyone who works there has colds always.
just constantly cold.
Their bodies have no idea
They
what's
become
going on.
very anemic and collapse.
No, that would be cool though. Like winter, the restaurant.
Well, then in the summer you can be.
No, in the summer when you're winter, the restaurant.
Yeah, okay, never mind. In
You don't need to be
winter,
winter, the restaurant.
in
In
winter, you're summer the restaurant.
I don't think that would be as
And
fun.
you make it real hot in there.
Yeah.
I used to tell that to people when I worked at that Thai restaurant because the
Yeah.
AC was broken like 80%.
Oh,
of the
you're like,
time.
we're Thailand.
Yeah, they would be like, it's really hot in here. Can you do anything about it? And I would say, oh, well, we go for an authentic Thai experience here.
I have heard that it is authentic.
And then they would look at me like, so you're going to do anything about the AC?
Yeah.
Or do you just have a really shitty joke?
But that is fucked up though, because if you had been a Thai person saying that, they would have been like, oh. They'd have been like, we love this place.
Wow!
Is there a special hat I could buy next time?
Tommy, do you guys have merch?
Yeah. No, I read online, someone said, what are some authentic restaurants in town? And then
Nowhere.
someone said, Simply Thai. And then someone said, that place isn't authentic. It's so sugary. And then someone else said, no, Thai food's sugary.
Yeah, Thai food has a lot of sugar.
They're
in
like,
it.
Thai food kind of sucks. I think you like knockoff Thai food.
You're actually entirely wrong.
Yeah, it's a very funny thread to watch. Because it was someone being like, that's not authentic, it sucks. And they're like, yeah, no, Thai food sucks.
Ma learned from the fucking...
From the
From
best.
her mother, who was a fucking chef to the Thai royal family. You're trying to tell me that ain't fucking authentic? Go fuck yourself, whoever said that. Tommy P. I'm gonna make up a name.
That's not how people's names are on Reddit.
Oh, that reminds me.
No, wait. So Mama really learned like that?
That was what her mother did.
That's not
And that
authentic,
was
though. That's like what the
the-
rich people eat.
That's the most authentic thing I can think of. When I think American food, I think, what did Jeff Bezos have for dinner last night?
Exactly. I say, yeah. Exactly.
No, but
You're telling me that eating like Obama makes you an American? Then
Yes.
which way to the
I think
Kenyan restaurant?
I think eating Michelle Obama's pussy is the most
Hey.
American thing I could do.
That is pretty American.
But that reminds me. Have you decided to do any more research on the Mexican aliens that we discussed yesterday?
I've been letting the story pan out.
Well, it's panned out, buddy.
What do you think? Hoax?
It's a total hoax.
Nah, man.
They did an
you're-
MRI. It's got a llama head, buddy.
Nah, you've been tricked. Who did an MRI? What?
Me, personally.
Mexican Congress? Are you telling me that the Peruvians
First of all, they were debunked in 2021.
how they didn't exist, the Reddit didn't have the post in 2021?
Another one is, so what do we see? Same stuff.
A guy who talks like that
Human and
doesn't
animal
know.
bones. Here's a mummy named Josephine. A real
I don't think any of that's
Instead
picking up.
of human eyes, she sports femurs or thigh bones. Her legs are even more baffling. One of the thigh bones is actually a femur.
What is this guy's other
Facing the wrong way
videos?
around, while the other one is a
Super
tibia.
cool, I bet.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why Joe Biden's a robot? I don't buy anything this fucker says.
Andrea, come here.
No, the Mexican aliens. So you're telling me that Mexican Congress got duped? You're telling me that the elected officials of Mexico got tricked by some sort of
I
llama?
think you know more about it than me. What was it?
It was like
Get a little
different.
closer.
It was a bunch of different leg bones of different animals, like assembled crazily. Like this was like a tibia, and this
But
was a
who?
femur.
But where did who assembled them?
And the fingers were like crazy different metatarsals, just made to be like.
Yeah,
And then-
metatarsals, alien stuff.
And then the skull of a llama, the front was chopped off, so that the back was the front of the alien head. Yeah, and then just like sold, you know.
Hell
I was
yeah!
like, I found an alien. Here's,
And they got all the way to Mexican Congress.
I don't know.
See, that sounds less believable.
I guess it.
People are like, no, it's a simple explanation. A guy combined a bunch of bones and then gave it to.
I know.
Yeah.
And plus, what I saw was like originally this was done in like
Peru?
early 2000s. Like this has already been debunked.
It
like,
said
and
20.
then it
said
resurfaced.
2020 on the thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna look real silly when
An alien starts.
a bunch of backwards llamas come down in some sort of ship.
Like,
You're gonna look like a real doofus when a bunch of.
There's a bunch of llamas with their
Also,
heads
how
screwed
did
on
they get? How
backwards.
did they get llama skulls? It's not like Peru is where. Oh wait, never mind. It's never mind.
There's also this
Hold on.
At the end of the video, they did this like
The video.
representation of how that body would walk, and it like completely.
Yeah,
falls
I
apart.
heard. I heard that it doesn't have joints.
Yeah, it's like the hip bone is just kind of like jammed in there.
But also, I don't know. Who am I gonna believe? You
Science.
or r/Mexican Congress?
Mexican Congress news.
Yeah.
Definitely that one.
What do you
Well-
think they're laughing at about our Congress?
Well, they just.
I think they just watched that Mitch McConnell video on
They're like,
repeat.
he's asleep. He's asleep.
Mexico actually just gave women
Muy
like,
sleepo.
rights over there.
Yeah.
So they're laughing about how.
Oh, they finally decided to
Whoa.
start paying women over in Mexico.
Whoa.
But no, I have a new theory now.
I haven't been lied to in Mexican Congress like this since that lady told me that those bumps were some sort of piercing.
Now I have a new theory now.
What's your new
Because
theory?
There's if it looks like assembled bones, there's a great book called The Sixth Extension by Extinction.
The what?
Extinction.
Extinction?
Extinction.
This is like a hip hop album. A guy named Stank. It's Extinction by Stank. The new album.
It's about how the apocalypse is coming, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And it goes over all the other mass extinction events. And they bring about they bring about the extinction. They have you chant at the end of
They
the book.
do. Yeah.
No. They talk about how the woolly mammoth was actually found in Kentucky. The first woolly mammoth.
No
It
way.
was in Big Bone Lick.
I know that from that Afro Man song.
And they didn't know what it was because it wasn't they didn't know how to put it together.
Yeah.
It wasn't an animal they'd ever seen before.
And that was before the internet.
And
so
they
you couldn't
had
even Google
everyone,
it.
they had scientists from all over the country going to Big Bone Lick trying to get these bones together.
Oh, yeah.
And no one knew what it was. And they decided that it was just a pile of bones.
The tone of
that
your
they found.
voice is that at the end there's going to be a pun.
No, this is actually. Just
No,
me
I know,
talking
but the
about
tone of your
actual
voice
facts.
is like at the end you're going to be like. I mean, I don't know all the details. It's just a skeleton of a story.
And so they had no idea what it was. And finally, someone came along and was like, well, the reason no one can put it together is because we've never seen this animal before, because it doesn't exist anymore. And everybody was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Whoa.
Like, animals live. There's no, what do you mean?
There's no such thing as extinction.
Yeah. And so he
You
finally
idiot.
put
And then
it.
in the background, a guy at a food court goes, "We're out of dodo. Forever. No, forever." Supply had just told us we're forever
Yeah.
out.
And so possibly the fact that it doesn't make any sense is what makes it look real. The
What?
alien. The bones of the alien.
Why did that? I don't think it
Because
looks
the woolly
real.
mammoth didn't make any fucking sense to anybody.
No, I don't think I think the alien thing looks not real. I think it
Neither
looks
did the woolly
silly.
mammoth at the time.
I think people.
How did we switch sides so quickly?
How did people? What? I don't understand your
You're
point.
the one who wanted to listen to Mexican Congress.
Yeah, no, the woolly mammoth. But people knew the concept of elephants elsewhere.
No, but they just didn't. They
They knew the
understand
concept
what
of
it was.
extinction.
You should see the things that they thought it was. It's hilarious.
I bet it's very funny. People knew the concept of extinction, though.
No, they didn't.
No, because there were other animals that would go. People would be like, "Oh, we
No.
hunted it to death."
No. The whole point of this story is that
Your story's wrong.
no, it's not.
No, because people in the ancient times, animals would go extinct.
The ancient times, you think these people were talking to the ancient ones? It's a bunch of fucking white dudes.
Well, those white guys probably just didn't know about extinction. What are you Googling? When did people find out about extinction?
I'm just looking up woolly mammoth pictures.
You're Googling up, sure. When did people learn about extinction?
You know what? I will Google that.
It's hard to type on a phone.
I don't like it. I would like buttons I could press. When did they first discover
Oh, it says human extinction. Yikes.
extinction?
Why are they talking about human extinction?
The first,
This is grim.
the first answer is Eric is right.
Fossil
Boom!
elephants.
Boom! Extinction as a natural phenomenon was first established by George Cuvier in 1796 when he presented his paper on the species of living and fossil elephants at a public lecture
The
in
mammoth.
Paris.
You're right. But how did they explain the other animals that they hunted to death and stuff?
They just figured they were hiding. 'Cause they got really good.
Because there's like plenty of shit where they're like, we hunted the oric.
Yeah, they were
the
like, well,
orc
we
used
got
to
too good at
exist.
hunting and now they're hiding.
Yeah. That guy just coined a word.
Shut the fuck up.
The
Important part is I'm right.
He coined a word. That's why you like it, because you like it because of linguistics.
I think we should plan a road trip to Big Bone Lick. You think you could do a show in Big
I'd
Bone
go
Lick?
see it. I'm surprised Kentucky doesn't hype that more.
Yeah, they should.
We have the
And they
mammoth.
have bison there too.
Yeah, I knew that. No, but the mammoth. It's I think it's out there hiding. I think if you in Montana,
Aren't they breeding one?
it's somewhere behind a
I
mountain.
think they're trying to breed.
Yeah,
like
they're
an
trying to bring
elephant
back
with
woolly
someone else.
mammoths. Yeah, they're trying to
But
bring
what's
them
the
back.
point of that?
There is a point. Because
Is
they
there?
can live in the Arctic.
So they're trying to get good meat for the coming cold.
You know, I didn't think about it that way. But that is probably what's the
Winter
secret.
is coming.
That
as
is-
they say.
That is probably what the secret thing
That's
is.
my girlfriend's name.
Oh no, Lynching if he isn't. No, but they. No, there's something about how it's better for because they used to be in the Arctic and they would walk around and they'd pack down the snow and like ice,
Yeah.
and they'd eat like the few vegetation there was, which like without them there, it heats everything up a little bit. But there's no animal that can go do that anymore. So I think
I'll
part
put
of the
my
thing is they're
snowshoes
like,
on.
hypothetically, if we had woolly mammoths walking around, it'd be a little bit colder. Because they'd compact the ice.
What a stupid theory.
I'm sure we both heard it on the same place.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, Joe Rogan?
I mean, listen, I actually read the news sometimes.
So you think the news was like, they're bringing back a woolly mammoth?
That was all I know. I had no knowledge except for the
Front
fact
page headline?
yeah, I read a headline, and that is the extent of my knowledge.
Well, see, I at least listened to the whole Joe Rogan clip. This is what media literacy is now.
Well,
It's a guy who's like, I read the headline of a physical
I
paper.
watched the whole episode.
Well, I bought that book, and it's been on my shelf.
No. I will never stop being embarrassed by that time I bought a book from somebody who was on Rogan, and they were like, this book is just flying off the shelves. And I was like, oh yeah, he was just on Rogan. And then he turns around and yells at his coworker who's like at a computer like, he was on Rogan. That's why we've been selling so much. Make sure you order some more.
Oh my god.
And I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm in a bookstore. Don't let anyone know I listen to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, just let me have my Brian Callen memoir. Get out of here. Just hand me my pick up the phone. I'm Callen. Brian Callen.
Need Brendan Schwab's pamphlet. Stat. I need Brendan Schwab's zine that he's calling a book.
What Rogan book did you buy?
The Uninhabitable Earth.
But Joe Rogan doesn't believe in climate change anymore.
Who knows? I mean, the guy who wrote that book did recant a lot of the things he said and was like, all right, I was a little over the edge. It was basically like me, because that was the one that sent me down the wormhole of reading fucking 20 plus books.
Yeah, you're like, they're all everyone from India is gonna melt.
No, that's true.
No, they'll be fine.
Still dying.
They'll be fine.
A lot of them are still dying.
But they believe in reincarnation.
That's true. Good.
They're
for
probably
them.
over there going, it's Sweden, Norway.
Also, all the other
Come
shit,
on, Michigan.
all the other shit is because now at this point I've just resigned myself to the fact that something bad is probably going to happen, and now it's just nice to know that I was right 5 years ago.
But you weren't. That guy recanted.
Well, there are solutions, but I don't know if people are going to use them because they're all kind of severe.
I mean, that's why this alien
Would
stuff's
you
going
like a
on.
purple sky?
Sure.
Okay, well then they could do that. They can shoot a bunch of fucking sulfur or whatever.
Yeah, no, that'd
into
be
the air.
fine.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. The ocean would also be a different color. I can't remember which
who
one.
cares?
I don't care. But a lot of people, I think influencers,
As long as I can keep drive car,
as long as I can drive car, emit CO2.
drive car, have AC.
But the other thing that I was saying is I was like, it's going to hit stabilized countries too. I was like, England's going to be fucked. They don't have AC over there. It's so fucking, it never gets hot. And then everybody died when it got hot last summer.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I was a fucking smart dude who knew how to do HVAC, I would pack up all my fucking shit and just go to Portland.
They don't have
No one has
heat
AC
or
in
AC.
Portland. No one has AC.
It doesn't
in
get that
Portland.
hot up there
It never gets that hot.
in the summer. Interesting.
Portland, no house in Portland has AC, basically.
Really?
Yeah. It's pointless. It just doesn't get hot enough that you need it until now.
Until now.
And then Tony $2 comes in.
$2 for AC?
That's just his nickname.
That seems light.
That's his nickname from his past life.
That seems light.
Yeah.
It doesn't get that cold. That's wild because Michigan gets hot in the summer, and so does Wisconsin, parts of Wisconsin. I guess not Wisconsin. But Michigan's hot in the summer.
Yeah.
And that's pretty far north.
Yeah, most people in Portland just don't have AC.
No, man, it's everyone's gonna be fine.
Hey,
No, that's why I think they're doing all the alien shit, which to distract everyone. That is ultimately not the Mexican Congress alien.
Yeah, but how
the
much are
UFO American stuff the past month or two.
Yeah, but how long are they? I mean, there's so many things to distract us from now.
No, exactly. I think they're trying to. I think that was specifically because that was during the heat wave.
I almost called Joe Biden our husband.
He's our husband. No, but the alien, the David Grush testimony and stuff, and the American Congress stuff.
David Koresh?
Yeah, he came out. He's like, I'm not that. Yeah, no, all that alien testimony stuff
What
was
about David
during the heat
Koresh?
wave.
And he's into prog rock.
What about David Crush? He's a cutie.
Loves.
He's a cutie. He's got a part down the middle of his hair. He
What a weird way to start after he's a cutie.
Looks like Ryder Strong. Well, I'm picturing Crush, a Boy Meets World type.
okay. Yeah.
So this week on Don't Miss Friday.
When heavens meet.
What was that called? TGIF. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF. That's what that thing was.
That's where my mom used to work.
I was about to say that was confusing me, a kid, because they're like, don't miss TGIF on Friday nights on ABC. And also, there's a restaurant. But it's not like they've got fucking Boy Meets World sliders or whatever the fuck.
They don't.
Sister to sister nachos. You know what I mean?
We use the blue corn tortilla chips because it's as close as we can get, okay?
I guess that's essentially my joke about Limp Bizkit and my dad. But just me actually not knowing that was not connected.
What?
Because I didn't know TGIF was just a phrase.
I know,
that then
but what
other
about Limp
people
Bizkit
stole.
and your dad?
Oh, I do a joke now where I say that I talk about.
You do a joke now.
I do a joke.
Good for you.
But about Limp
Glad you figured that out.
Limp Bizkit hey, I do tons of jokes. If anything, my problem is it's all jokes that I got from a book.
Start working on my own stuff.
Yeah, if anything, my problem I don't write my own.
I got the delivery down. Now it might be better if I started writing.
Yeah. How do? You do 5 years one thing, 5 I'm gonna write for 5 years. 5 years riff, 5 years stage presence. No, but that's because that phrase "my way or the highway."
Yeah.
From that Limp Bizkit came up with.
Yeah.
My dad would even say that.
That's a phrase. Limp Bizkit didn't come up with that phrase.
What?
There's no way.
No, but that's what the joke is.
Oh. Okay. Great.
See, you didn't even know. Well, your mind was prepped.
That's a great way to describe a joke. See, you didn't even know I just made
You
one.
didn't even know. No, I didn't do the joke. Also, we've done it before on the podcast, and you laughed.
We'll do it for real then.
No, never. I'm never doing it now. If I ever see you even in the vicinity of a show, I'm crossing it off
You
the
want
list.
to hear some hot Bernie Sanders material? I'll
Sure.
do one of my jokes.
Yeah, what's your Bernie bit?
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
He's dead, I heard, in the polls. Is he running again?
No. It's too old and he's too smart.
His hips too bad. I think everyone's like, he's too old to run against the two oldest people who've ever been on TV. It's like not even like the oldest presidents. It's like these are the oldest people the public has ever cared about.
It's like, all right, well, who's the oldest person on The View?
Yeah, like
I think he might have him beat.
Joe Biden is probably the most paid attention to old person.
How old was Joan Rivers when she died?
But even then, it's like less people were keeping up with her.
Keeping up with Rivers?
Joe Biden must be like the most paid attention to old person in the history of the world.
Certainly in the history of now.
Other than my grandma. She's very loved. But she had a lot of kids.
Got a big,
But think about how many
family.
people are like, what's that 90-year-old up to? What's that other 90-year-old up to?
How old is he actually? 86?
I think they're 81. I can't remember. I just looked this up the other day because they're the age. Their age in relation to Mick Jagger is very funny. They're like all three of them are like within a year.
could have gone to school
Yeah, like all
together.
three. Trump, and Biden, and Mick Jagger are like a year
His
apart.
age is 80. And
Yeah.
then in
Mick Jagger, I think 79.
in parentheses it says for the third time.
Oh,
and
does
there's a
it?
winky face
Does
emoji.
Can you do that? I guess he's the president.
He controls Google, right?
Yeah, you can do that, I guess.
Oh.
I'm 33 again. What?
Maganomics. Tax cuts for the wealthy and big corporations.
I thought you were looking at his age.
Well, this just popped up on the side.
I now signed up. I'm now officially vote.
Cuts Social Security and Medicare. Raises costs for the middle class.
Trump should have sued people who didn't vote for him, but who liked a post or like bought a hat or something.
His hats aren't nearly as stylish as Trump's, though.
No, I said Trump should.
Oh.
Trump should he should have. This is the move he should have done. Is he go, I'm going to sue my supporters who didn't vote for me
Fuck.
because you said you would,
You're a
and
turncoat.
you didn't. And
You're
if
a
you did,
turncoat.
I would have won.
You're a regular Aaron Burr.
Yeah.
Is he a turncoat?
I don't know. Did he invent the?
Benedict Arnold. Then
Who
we'll
invented-
stick with the one that we all know.
Who invented the original Inside Out? Like, who invented the reversible rain jacket?
Bidenomics, which is not a very good.
What are you
phrase.
reading?
It's a tweet.
From who?
Joe Biden.
Oh, Joe Biden is currently doing attack tweets.
This is from September 14th.
Joe Biden
Yeah, this
is-
is from right
Joe
now.
Biden's doing like Trump drive like this.
This is from less
Biden.
than-
Biden be driving like this.
This is from about 20 minutes ago.
Wow, hot off the press.
It's got 1,000 likes.
What if this becomes the most important tweet ever, but we just like move on? And then
I don't even finish
in
reading
in
it.
the coming weeks, it's like somehow this tweet is the butterfly
yeah,
effect, the butterfly that starts the snowball.
Bidenomics.
Do you think that's ever happened? That would be wild.
Snowflake starting a snowball.
No, a butterfly's flap of its wings making a snowball.
I think it happens every day.
It'd be all the phrases at once. And then two birds with one stone somehow is also there.
Yeah. Yeah, a butterfly is kind of a bird.
Yeah.
And with the butterfly's flap, you get two birds with one stone because the butterflies are pretty.
You know,
And you wanted a snowball.
you know Anita Pallenberg?
Sure, our local congresswoman.
No, she was a 60s model in London, model and actress.
Yeah.
And she dated Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And he mistreated her. And then she left him.
And then he died.
Left him for Keith Richards.
Oh, really?
So I guess you'd say that bird had two stones. Is that enough time?
I don't think so. We're only at 51, baby. You're gonna have
Damn.
To, you're gonna have to duplicate
Well, I'll have to
that
dig
one.
out of this hole. Someone toss me a rope. I'm trying to climb out.
I've been thinking about rope lately.
I feel like Bill Wyman over here.
I've been thinking about rope lately.
How so?
Thinking about getting a step stool.
I'm so depressed. I've been banned from the rope store. Do you think you know how you get like sponsored ads? They like
Yeah.
know what you're thinking and feeling.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're depressed, is when all your sponsored ads are from the rope store. I've been getting my Instagram's just showing me tiny kickable stools.
Jesus Christ, I don't want to shave. Quit giving me ads for razor blades. I'm trying to grow this thing out.
If you don't think your phone's listening to you, look, my targeted ads are all large quantities of any kind of pill.
Bulk pills.
Full bottle of whatever.
Full bottle of I don't give a shit.
Usually it's the silica packet that gets you.
I didn't even know the dark web was allowed to advertise. Now I'm getting ads for fentanyl?
A lot of people are doing fentanyl. You know, I heard that the bars are dying because of fentanyl.
I heard they're dying because I'm trying to quit drinking.
It's because you specifically. No, my friend who's a very connected man in Atlanta, he told me that
You don't have to brag.
no one's doing cocaine anymore because of the fentanyl.
Yeah.
Just because of that, no one's drinking anymore. And he's like, bars used to be open, everyone would be open until 2 a.m. Then it became midnight. He's like, now they close at like 10 when everyone leaves. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I mean, if we didn't have the show.
If you get drunk without cocaine, you want to just go to bed.
He's like, you go to bed like 10 p.m.
You're just passing out.
I think between fentanyl and COVID coming back, small businesses are fucked.
Probably.
Because how many people are like, hey, let's get an old-timey wood carving for our anniversary if they aren't on cocaine.
Yeah.
So that place is gone. And then
Never
you're only going to be able to go to Walmart.
And no new business is going to open without cocaine.
Hey, we do engraved spatulas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's if you have the cocaine.
No, I know. But then if you're like, I do engraved spatulas, and
That's
some guy's
stupid.
like, no, I'm worried about fentanyl.
Is there any fent in that?
Fent.
Did I tell you? Oh man, whatever. No one will hear it. But there was an enterprising drug dealer
I smuggled a bunch of fentanyl up my
that I
ass.
knew, who you know how like there's ATMs in bars.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I always kind of assumed that was like the bars installed those.
It's
Or
just
like-
drug dealers.
But no, he was a
He just come in. Go, can I put an ATM here?
yeah.
And he gets a cut.
He gets a cut and he gets the money from that they took out of the ATM.
Well,
I was like, what a genius business.
I don't think that's universal, because I think a lot of bars used to be cash only. Because Mag Bar used to be cash only. It did. You think it's all connected? You think that man put in that? That's why it's cash only.
It's not cash only.
It used to be.
Yeah, it was a long fucking
That's what
time
I'm
ago.
saying. Is that most bars used to be cash only.
Yeah.
In my experience of when I like first started going to bars. So any bar that existed back then probably just has an ATM still.
Yeah, sure. You're right.
I mean, I know you have like an anecdote of personal experience, but as a blanket thing, that doesn't make sense.
No, I don't think that. I just think he's a smart businessman.
I think you know one guy who probably
No, I'm saying
is
that I
lying
think
to you somewhat.
No, I agree that he's an outlier.
No, I also was probably lying to you somewhat.
I mean, I think you can do that. You can buy. I think there's probably some stupid guy.
I think that you are. There is probably a way to get an ATM in a business in that way.
There's probably some. You know how you see those YouTube videos of people who are like, "All right, going to empty out my vending machine."
That's very different, though.
There's probably a guy who's like,
Those
"All
are
right,
massively different
with the
situations.
ATM." I mean, it's probably fucking.
No, and
expensive.
ATMs are managed by like the money people, like the bank,
Yeah,
and like the armored car.
yeah.
It's not. There's no coke dealer swinging by and going, "All right, let's get the fees."
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a dumb, stupid.
No, I'm
side
saying
hustle.
you're an idiot and you were
But-
drunk and some drunk guy misled you.
Oh, I'm well willing to believe.
And now
that.
in your mind, you're like, "No, I know what the underbelly is."
No,
And it's
I
like,
don't
"No,
think I
you
know
don't."
the criminal underbelly.
You talk to an idiot and you are an idiot.
I don't think I know the criminal underbelly.
I know you think you're gonna do a 2-for-1 because the mammoth thing, but
Hey, I'll take the L. I'm always willing to take the L.
no, man, because most bars used to be cash only.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
prove
yeah.
a point. I'm just telling you something that someone told me.
But that does make sense. But also, it's like it's a bar with ATM.
I think it's something that could have happened.
It could have happened.
I think it could have happened. I'm not saying it did happen.
But no, I think pretty much if you're a big enough business, you probably can just contact the bank or somebody
There's probably
and be like,
yeah.
because it's probably it's up to them for the ATM.
Yeah, because then they get the money. They get their $3 of fucking
Yeah.
transaction.
I don't know what world you're like. No, a guy goes and he goes, I've got 20 grand. I'd like to open an ATM.
I don't see why you couldn't. I'll see if you can.
I'd like to open an ATM.
I
How
don't
are
see
you
why
going to
you
restock it, sir? Don't
Hey.
worry, I'll restock it.
No, that's not what I was trying to say with
Guys
that.
going around with a bunch of fucking 5s and 20s.
They're not even that expensive.
No, I know, but it's not. I don't think that's how that works, though. Because you need someone to manage it. You need someone to come bring in the cash. And it have to be secured. It have to all be like insured and shit.
Well, let's
The
see
FDIC or whatever.
here. Cash only restaurants, bars, gas stations, convenience stores.
Stores of convenience.
Key takeaway, types of ATMs. Trying to find the part where it's like, how much does it cost to have someone in an armored car come by?
That's exactly. Like, that's the part I think you're forgetting. Unless that is your friend's business that you didn't mention. Yeah, after that conversation, your friend went, anyways, I'm going to get out of here. And he got in a big Brinks truck.
They don't bring that up for some weird reason.
Yeah. I think you're just when you Google how to buy an ATM, it's like novelty. That's for Post Malone for his pinball room.
It's to put in your man cave.
Yeah, like
So you can put Chuck E. Cheese coins in it. You've installed on your fucking pinball machine.
that'd be a good thing to buy if you're like a guy who has money but you're bad with your money. It's like I'm gonna have an ATM in my house and the fees are gonna be absurd.
So crazy. I'm gonna put a $50 fee on each one.
That'll be my piggy bank.
But you know what? It all comes back to daddy.
No, it goes to the bank.
Oh, he's getting like a... I want a drive-through in my driveway. Is there any way I can get one of those tube things?
Yeah. How in your mind an ATM and like a pinball machine? Not a pinball machine, a gumball machine. Like, same thing. A guy's got a key, he puts it in the
That
back.
is not what I was saying.
I pulled out the
All I
tray.
was saying was that it just seems like a dumb side hustle that people do.
Yeah. No, the vending machine thing makes sense.
Yeah, I think an ATM would be a dumb side hustle.
Where
Too.
do you think? Where do you think? What do you think the fee is, though? The fee's going to the bank.
The fee doesn't go to you.
No, it's not like the ATM's making cash.
Well, who gets the money?
That money probably goes to
What bank?
That money
The
probably
bank
goes.
isn't associated with, like, there's no bank. It just says ATM.
Often
So
there's
what
Often there's banks involved.
But what bank?
No, if you look at them, usually there's specific banks. ATMs
Okay.
will be like a bank.
Yeah. ATM bank?
No, it'll be like a
International?
Fifth Third ATM or whatever
Okay.
ATM. But then it can do like other transactions. No, but those fees probably go to like the guy in the truck who comes to pick like to maintain the ATM.
His tip money?
Yeah, like, no, it's like maintain the ATM. It's not like they're like hell yeah.
It's Darren's tip money.
And I know banks are corrupt, so they probably are like they're charging too much. But at the same time, I don't think they're like.
Why do they have to charge you anything?
Someone at Fifth Third is just like.
It's not like every time I have to log into my email, they're like, that's 25 cents.
Yeah, but every time you get an email, a guy doesn't have to come and refill the email physically in an armored car.
No?
No.
I figured they did that while I was asleep, like
Yeah,
Santa.
they do. That is probably why the fees are. It's because it's like, no, never mind. I think so. You take out a bunch of small things, and it's like, well, that guy's gonna come back and refill every 20. But they probably have them do it in bulk.
I don't know how they do it.
That would be funny if that job was like becomes a gig economy job. And it's like I just drive around in a Brinks truck, and when I get a little app and it tells me when the ATM runs out. And I dump it in. I have these little cartridges that are full of $100 bills.
Just dump it in.
Dump it in.
Make it rain.
I dump it in. I got a big bucket.
have to make
I have
a-
a bucket of 20s and I dump it into the top of it.
I have to make a deposit and pay the fee.
That'd be fun as you go to like Mag Bar or some bar with the ATM and then you just deposit. You use it to do banking transactions.
Just leave.
Just come in with a bunch of cash. I get paid weekly in cash.
It's like going into the bar just to use the vending machine.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, I just need a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 3 a.m. Where else am I going to go?
That's true. That's why you get the cover. Charge a cover. We're the only gas station in town, and our pump is behind the bar, and there's a cover. There's a cover to get into the gas station to pay. Our card, the card reader on the pump doesn't work. You gotta go inside.
Okay.
It's one of those where they're like, then everyone has to come in and they have to pay the cover.
That would be funny if you got that.
You ever been to like a bar where I one time was at a bar gas station somewhere. Like I did a show at a
A
bar.
bar or a gas
No, a
station?
bar/gas station.
Oh.
And then in Lexington.
Those shouldn't go together.
No, exactly what I was gonna say. And then in Lexington, there was a drive-through liquor store that would do shows.
Yeah.
And then people would be driving through.
Nice.
Like you'd be on stage.
Was it one of those ones where you're like, was it just drive-through, or was it like where
Drive
you're
up.
like in the thing?
No, it was not one where you would like drive through a store, sort of.
Yeah.
It was one where there'd be a window. It was a big
Okay.
window, and they'd pull up and tell the people what they wanted. But then for a minute, they're just like watching a show through a window in their car.
Do you think anyone ever parked their car?
Oh yeah, yeah.
and was
People
like,
would park and come in and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and I'd like you like roast
Well,
them
that's
or whatever.
cute.
And then
Why would you roast them?
well, playfully.
It better be very
People like it, a
playfully.
little roast, a little heat on the bun,
It better be very playfully, because they did a very nice
they'll
thing.
crash into the car.
They just come in. Thought this was a drive-through comedy show.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a drive-through store, and I always pictured it as like everything is reachable out the window, with, like your
Yeah,
arm.
but it's not.
Yeah, how do those actually work?
I don't know.
Is there like an
I've never been
assistant?
to one as an adult. There's one near Aldi's.
Really?
Actually. Call back. But yeah, no. When me and my
You go into an Aldi's and you look around at the staff, and it's just a bunch of fellas, and you go, "Tell me about it. This place really is Aldi's."
get it. Do you get it?
Hey, what's a cute lady like you doing working at a place called Aldi's? You should be working at a nice pair of tees. Anyways, I'm Dan.
On Aldi's nuts.
And then she's like, "Stop!
Stop
You're
doing the Aldi's
You're
thing.
doing too many. You should work in a double D's."
That's all right. That one was good,
That was a good one.
but over the line.
Does this place have a second floor? You know what I mean? It's like a stack of two locations, because you look like you belong at double D's, which in my mind is two Aldi's on top of each
I
other.
don't say I don't understand.
It's like a double decker Aldi's.
Oh,
No, so wait, what were you saying?
I didn't have anything. When we used to go to Ohio in the summer, because we didn't have I feel like that's a region specific thing.
Aldi's?
And I don't know. No, the drive.
Oh, drive-through
like the-
stores.
Like the.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they had a bunch of them in Ohio, and
That's where I saw the one that I always imagined. I saw it and then I imagined.
Why is that like region specific?
It must have been a bunch of fat, lazy people in Ohio.
That's true.
It also gets colder. Yeah. It gets cold and icy, so maybe it's people like, I'm not getting out of my fucking car.
That's true.
Go
as well.
fuck yourself.
Did you see a strip club turned into a drive-through during the peak of COVID?
What? Drive-through strip club?
Yeah.
Huh. Like a lady does like a hood lap dance? That is kind of fun, because it's like it's an 80s music video.
Yeah.
That should be a thing you can do at the strip club, is be like, I don't
Can
want
I take you to my
Can I
car?
take you to the parking lot, and you do like an 80s music video dance on the hood.
Come out to my car
I don't
with
want to go
me.
to the private room. I'd preferably like to go to some sort of aquifer where we can have like a, you know what I mean? It's going to be like a cool look.
It's gonna be real
And then
rad.
you're going to be on the hood
Yeah.
dancing. And then me and my band are going to play. Yeah, dude, full bands ever come into strip clubs and they're trying to shoot like a guerrilla music video without anyone noticing?
Oh, I'm sure that has happened.
It's just, all right, the manager's not looking. Go, go. And they quickly set up a drum set in front of the pole.
No, I bet rappers do that all the time.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah.
You ever been in a strip club where a rapper comes in and is like, play my new song? That's what they say happens in Atlanta.
I've been that man before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
You walk in with a funny dinner burn CD. Put this on.
Play this,
Play this. No.
cowboy.
No.
Oh shit.
Then you're just holding it. He doesn't even touch it. You're just left holding it out. Come on.
Touch it. I'm not putting it down.
The second he touches it, you let go.
Just
Yeah.
Clatters.
Oh, you dropped it and cracked it. Well, now there's nothing we can do. Never mind.
Oh, you dropped it and immediately stepped on it and snapped it.
Damn.
Jesus. What an accident. Clearly, right?
That'd be a fun Eric Andre prank because you go buy CDs and break them in front of the cashier. Go, oh, is this the first pressing of the Beatles Red Out, Blue, White Out? They fucked up the...
They fucked it up.
You snap it.
I think a fun prank for Eric Andre to play would be to go into one of Hannibal Buress's slumlord apartments and just wreck the shit.
That would be a good one. Hannibal Buress is on tour right now. He's been
playing the Whirling Tiger.
So yeah, he's been trying to do music.
Is he doing it as a musical man?
So here's what my gathering of it is that Hannibal Buress has been trying to do music and step away from comedy. That is not going well. So now he's like, oh, okay, I'm doing a music and comedy show.
So it's like
so it'll be stand up, yeah, like that mindset. Yeah. And everyone is just like, no, thank you. Or they're like, this guy's a landlord.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Whirling Tiger. That seems a little beneath him.
Yeah, and judging by...
Granted, everyone needs to play a smaller venue in Louisville because no one goes out to anything.
No, but exactly.
It's
quite
just
bizarre.
Getting drunk somewhere else.
Yeah, so it's like... Because I've noticed that a lot of bigger comics, quote unquote, like him, and then even like less famous people who like think they're famous... like Whitmer Thomas, like that type of person.
I don't even know who that is.
Like people who have like an HBO special that no one watched, but it was like produced by Conan or whatever the fuck, like that type of thing. Those people I think are now very I don't think people are going to those shows because judging by how people are like promoting them, and I'll be like on Reddit and like, dude, someone is posting Hannibal Buress like spamming that shit on Reddit more than like I do with my stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. And it's getting less action than, like, when I post.
Well, he's paying someone to do it. So
exactly.
that's all they got to do.
Yeah. So it's, like, if he's doing that, that's not good.
No.
And, yeah, so I think all those people are in a weird thing where they're like, oh, no one gives a shit anymore. The amount of people who care about a celebrity comedian, I think, are, like, going down unless you're in
Especially
that, like...
since someone that you just named I'd never even heard of before.
Exactly. And Hannibal Buress made the mistake of like, dude, the only people who cared about you are like the same type of people who probably care that you're a landlord and like don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The Venn diagram of people who are excited that Hannibal Buress is coming to town is the same people who read the fucking AV Club article saying they're landlords. Like, it's the same people. Like, you idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what career
readers.
you thought you were going to have shaking off the hipsters who care about that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're like,
Did you not
finally, I can go
realize-
headline black clubs. Like,
Hey, yeah,
with my
Hannibal.
pickle juice material.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Sorry, I guess you forgot that you're technically an alternative
Yeah,
comedian.
exactly.
Because you made fun of Bill Cosby once and got kind of famous.
Yeah.
But, yeah, none of those people are listening to you anymore, and the people that were aren't either.
Oh, yeah. No, it's very self-indulgent. Like, Tim Heidecker did some tour where it's like the two Tims, and it's like him, and then him as a band. And I was getting my hair cut, and everyone in the barbershop was like talking about it, because they're talking about the Hannibal Buress thing. And everyone in the barbershop collectively was like, I would not go see that show. No. I'm not trying to see him do some shit with a band. And all of these people, I think, are not...
Although I did listen to his
album's probably completely fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it's like, it's the thing where it's like...
It's very good for a comedian's music
Those
album.
people don't... Like, it's not the same world.
No.
You're being overly indulgent. Like, it's self-indulgence. It's silly. It's like, Hannibal Buress, no one wants to see you rap.
Yeah.
And if you have to sell that by being like, no, I'm going to also do comedy, that means that comedy probably sucks.
Yeah, and the music isn't good either.
The music's not good either.
It's like, I remember I see, like when I'm watching those YouTube shorts, like, for some reason, it, like, week by week, it changes who it, like, decides to feed to me.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, Tyler, the Creator, was a big one. And I would read the comments on it, and it would be like, Tyler should just do stand-up. He's so funny. It's like, no, man, nobody wants to go see a musician do stand-up.
Exactly.
And nobody wants to go see a comedian go do music.
People forget, like, how much time stuff takes in just, like, the physical sense of, like, Tyler Creator doing stand-up. So what, he's going to wake up someday, and probably spend most of his day thinking about that,
Yeah.
and then go do that, that's like a day of his life. Wouldn't you rather have him do music that day?
Yeah.
And then wouldn't he also logistically have to play? You want to see him live. And if everyone else wants to see him live, he has to do shows.
Yeah.
So that's so, like, where does he have the time to do this half-ass other thing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. When does he have time to fuck around and
yeah.
try and
You know what I
learn
love? If that
a
guy
new
who does a
art?
thing I like fucked around
Yeah, just
and did less of
wasted
that
his
thing.
whole
Yeah.
wasted all his time when he's young and creative and just fuck around and ruin all of that.
Yeah. No, it's
Well,
very
this is-
silly.
This is hilarious.
No, I think, yeah. No, because I think that Whitmer Thomas guy is also touring with, like, his band. And it's like, so the only people going to the show are people who 1,000% want to see you and anything you're doing.
And
What
you
is that
decided
market?
to involve
Like,
someone
what
else.
market is that? Like, maybe have a local opener, maybe have, like, tour with somebody else, maybe.
Yeah, bring a tour on the act.
Yeah, it's very silly.
bring another act on the tour.
I think people are like, well, Tig Notaro sells out theaters, so that means I should be able to sell it a smaller room. It's like, no, there's no lower level for that.
Yeah, I don't
Like, Tig
even
Notaro's
recognize this
actually
guy.
famous. You're not famous.
Yeah, Tig Notaro's doing comedy for like 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think the people who ultimately, I think alt comics are like the most pathetic people right now in terms of like, what are you? What's your plan for the next 5 years? Like, what do you think culture is doing?
Nothing.
Because comedy has never been worse and never been broier in my experience. And it's getting more and more
it's
and
getting
more
really
that
bad.
way.
I mean, Kreischer and that.
That's
fucking
it. That's what
pretty
comedy is
guy,
now.
And Tom Segura has always been very.
But no, not even
confusing
them, because
to
those
me.
are just like the big. I'm talking like actual like ground level, the people running scenes and shit,
Oh, yeah.
and the people at shows. Like, no one is going, I love Todd Barry, I'm gonna go watch live comedy.
Yeah.
But that person is outnumbered like 20 times by people who are like, dude, watched Kill Tony this week, fucking love Uncle Laser, I'm gonna go to the club. Like, there's like 20 times more of those people than there are people who are like, oh, I like Stuart Lee. Let's go watch live comedy. And it's just going to get more and more that way. And
I'm
the
like-
idea of somebody being like, no, this is what the world wants is my thinky comedy. I put myself into it. And it's not, you don't have to laugh the whole time because I'm also like telling a story and express. It's like, no, get out of the way. Some guy who's going to almost say the N-word is going to crush. and then go back to his mom's house, and none of you are gonna be able to pay your bills.
Yeah. Ugh. I think the ads for the rope store. Are gonna,
Kill Tony should have fucking sponsor as their sponsor.
it's Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
One-use shotguns.
Shotgun. One shell.
One shell shotgun.
One shell. One shell. Everybody knows the rules.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Listen to enough Kill Tony. I'm ready.
Yeah. No, all comedy now is just people going, "Oh, I'm a comedy fan. Have you seen so and so's new special? It stinks."
Yeah.
And then I go, "Who do you like?" And they go, "Oh,
No one.
no, I like to hate
Everyone
it."
actually sucks. I actually just listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta go hang out with Theo Vaughn.
Well, if you like,
He and I are going hat shopping.
real comedy, hit up the Patreon, bro.
Whoa.
Take those sneakers off layaway, and give us all your money.
Take the money you were gonna give to that personal trainer.
Yeah. You don't know how to do jujitsu. Quit trying.
No, a lot of them do. No, they know more than you.
Our listeners
They'll
don't.
get you in a headlock.
Our listeners
That's
don't.
true.
She keeps saying she wants to put me in a headlock.
Hey.
And then I say, I'm inside you.
All right. Well, now I have to delete something at the end.